Man, to think it's only been over a year since this game's release.
Wait, so no opening bit?
You plan on leaving me out just like the first Splatoon video? First of all, kinda. I can't really think of anything to do for an opening bit for this video. And second of all, no, neither of you are being left out of the video. Oh.
Okay, so what now? Just start the review?
No, we're not just gonna start the review. I mean, I've been thinking. You know the Lego Star Wars ship that I built?
Yeah?
Well, I was thinking that maybe I try and purchase the entire Lego Star Wars collection.
What the fuck?
And that sums up Splatoon 3. A lot more content than the last game, while still expecting a full price. Although, then again, the prices on the Lego collections are downright criminal. Although there's still upcoming DLC, so you know what? I think that's still pretty accurate. Splatoon 3! What else can be added into this world that both Splatoon 1 and Splatoon hadn't already done? Well, that actually starts with the Splatfest World Premiere Demo. This demo gives players access to Splatsville for the first time. Players would be able to access the demo a couple days before the Splatfest and even after the Splatfest until the results came in. Unlike the Inkantation Plus of Splatoon 1 and Inkantation Square of Splatoon 2, the hub world of Splatsville is much bigger. You got crossways, crosswalks, buildings with stairways, road that leads to walk-ups. They got stores that we can access for our drip. We got fake stores just to give this world the illusion that it is alive and thriving. You can go through the alley to the back roads, and you got walkways that allow you to walk up. It goes nowhere, but we still got DLC coming in, so maybe the devs will have plans for this place. But anyway, that was the Splatfest demo. Let's talk about when the game actually came out. You know how it is, customize your character, customize your little buddy, and play with tilt controls. Get to the end and you will reach Splatsville by train, and we are welcomed with a familiar title screen. Starting the game will then play the Anarchy Splatcast, where the hosts Shiver, Fry, and Big Man will bring us news of the great Zapfish missing. What a surprise. And they will give updates on the current stages, but we aren't interested in the stages right now. We're interested in Old Man Cuttlefish lounging around the sewer grate. Follow, and we are greeted in a very familiar fashion. Cuttlefish will tell us that it was the Octarians again who stole the great Zapfish. We are then recruited by Cuttlefish as Agent 5. 3? Wait, what? Agent 3 was the original Inkling from Splatoon 1. Why is my number 3? Anyways, Cuttlefish will point us to an invisible kettle pot that we can reveal by shooting it with our ink. These kettles are the lair of the Octarians, and within these lairs are some Octarian troops and puzzles and challenges to test a gamer's skills. Within each levels are some loose pages that return from the last two games, and some of the pages...
Wait, Totem, I think you're reading the script for Splatoon 2.
Wait, really?
Yeah, because the kettles are not invisible in this game, they are just sealed by blue tape. And also there is no loose pages or sardiniums within the kettles. All you'll find within these kettles are Octarian troops, the Zapfishes, and power eggs.
Oh.
But don't worry, you will definitely be needing those power eggs.
Really? What for?
You'll be using them to power up your little buddy and clearing out the fuzzy ooze for exploration. And it turns out the collectibles will not be found in the kettles, but in the world itself.
What? You got a decoration. Oh, nice! Okay, well, apparently the reason for your buddy being fed with huge fuzzball is because small fry species are known to have a reaction to power eggs. Also, we have to be careful with this weird fuzzy ooze, because if you touch it... Oh my god! What? Am I dead? Go through the second kettle and Cuttlefish will mention how the Octarians look different than what he remembers. After the third kettle, Cuttlefish will call for backup. Turning on his communicator, we receive word from Agents 1 and 2. It seems they weren't aware of Cuttlefish's whereabouts and are on their way to collect him. We then receive an interference and move on to the next kettle. After going through, it seems there are no other kettles in the area, but there is still a bunch of fuzzy ooze to clear out. You're our little buddy and we will be intercepted by a familiar face. DJ Octavio is back and blames Cuttlefish for his troops going missing. But Cuttlefish is blaming Octavio for stealing the Great Zapfish. You know, I don't think either of you are responsible. Maybe if we just sit down and talk things out. Or just fight it out with Octavio, why not? Beat him and the ooze grabs Octavio and breaks the floor. During the fall, Cuttlefish is then taken and we lose the armor to our suit.
Oh my gosh, no, he got yoinked. And I lost all of the armor. What?
We are then woken by our little buddy, and Nintendo presents us to the thumbnail. That's what this shot is. Anyway, meet with a new Squid Beak Splatoon. We meet Agents 1 and 2 who are Callie and Mary of the Squid Sisters and the captain of the new Squid Beak Splatoon, the former Agent 3 of the original Splatoon 1 game. Turns out this place is called Alterna, and there are 6 sites including the one we are on. They gave us a map of the island and point out 3 strong signals for us to check. They also notice our downgrading gear and explain how we need Sardinium and upgrade points to recover our gear.
The map screen will be covered, but will be revealed the more we go through the map. Revealing the entire map will reward you a hand-drawn map of the site that we can place on our locker. And as we run around the island, Small Fry will be able to snuff out hidden collectibles spread throughout the site.
Nice, let's go.
This will be how we obtain more knickknacks for our locker, pages which give us more lore about the world, music pieces which reveal the site's theme when fully collected, and Sardinium for upgrading the suit.
Yes, Sardinium.
As for the upgrade points, just spray ink on everything not covered in ink. That is literally it.
Hey! Are you telling me? We will need to gather more power eggs in order to clean the site and progress to the next island, which we can get by entering more of the kettles. However, these kettles do not lead to an Octarian lair, but introduces us to a high-tech facility. We are greeted by a device called Orca and are told to go through these missions to obtain power eggs. Here you will be given various objectives in order to reach the end goal.
This is where the Octo expansion similarities kick into high gear. We are given a selection of weapons to go through the level. Sometimes just one weapon or multiple. And the weapon you select for the mission may vary in the amount of rewards you earn. There will always be a max selection of 3 predetermined weapons, but in order to take on these missions you need to pay an entry fee of power eggs.
What's this? No fee. Upon completing a mission, Agent 3 will be granted access to parts of a log. Completing all the missions on an island will reveal the whole log. There are 6 logs in total for 6 islands that will expand the lore of Splatoon even more. Remove the final fuzz wall, and just before we get to the next site, we are stopped. We then run into Deep Cut, who are singers and news hosts by day and bandits by night. They tell us that they want the treasure of Alterna, and that we can't have it. Wait, hold on, time out. We aren't here for no treasure. Wait, guys, we can work together. On to the next site. Go through the missions, clear the fuzzy ooze, find the collectibles, and along the way, gain access to the boss kettle, which are the strong signals getting picked up on the map. There are only 3 bosses in this game: Shiver, Fry, and the big man himself. All 3 of them will get in the way by the treasure, but beat them and Agent 3 will be the winner of the prize. The game actually gives this split choice moment where you can skip an island, but you'll want to go on all islands for something special. We'll talk about that later. After beating a boss, we will receive a call from Cuttlefish. The first call reveals that he is okay, but is being held prisoner. The second call reveals Cuttlefish's captor is Mr. Grizz.
Of Grizzco?
The third call, Cuttlefish will give a hint that he is somewhere at a high altitude, which means he can be found in only one place. However, Mr. Grizz was listening in and decides to make his move. The new Squid Beak Splatoon combined the 3 treasures to turn into some sort of contraption. Then the captain will use it to clean out the giant fuzz blocking the rocket.
Okay.
Oh. What? What? Wow. It's moving out of my skin now. No fair. Oh, he's out. Approach the rocket and we are stopped by Deep Cut yet again.
That's right.
They demand that we hand them the treasure. So the whole team says, yeah, take it, we don't need it anymore. We've been after Cuttlefish, but the treasure was interfering with his signal. So that means we didn't need to fight the entire time. But then again, Callie kinda confirms that almost everybody present has some sort of screw loose.
What?
Anyways, join forces and it's time to go into the rocket. You will have to go through many challenges, like losing your gear, going through the elevator, climbing the inside of the rocket, etc. Going through the rocket, it is revealed that Mr. Grizz squid-napped the great Zapfish from Splatsville. Further ahead, and we will finally reach the rocket, but we won't be able to reach Cuttlefish in time, as he is revealed to be shriveled and pale. And Mr. Grizz is revealed to be an oddly cute and menacing grizzly bear.
Mr. Grizz, the Urson Anomaly number 3.
He then reveals his plan to bring back mammals by using the fuzzy ooze to turn the inhabitants of the world into new mammals.
Don't call it Hermageddon. HR doesn't like it.
The rocket flies away as the Splatoon mourns the loss of Cuttlefish. Except he is revived. Still small though. But with that issue cleared up, the Splatoon try to figure a way to catch up to the rocket.
Hold up a sec.
And this is where Deep Cut pitch in.
Sounds like you thought.
With the eels making way into space and Master Mega to boost you up, also a spacesuit from Big Man, Agent 3 is able to launch and land on the rocket.
Let's go.
Stay fresh up there, kid. Go, Agent 3. The fate of the world is in your hands. You too, little small fry.
And now it's time for a fight against Mr. Grizz himself. After beating Mr. Grizz, he will actually blow the rocket himself and send Agent 3 flying. However, a familiar beat will start playing as a familiar face will fly in to save the day.
Yo, let's go.
All hands are on deck as a remix of Calamari Inkantation plays in the background.
Here, Agent 3. Get it.
Not only that, but Small Fry will transform into a giant boy! Turns out Grizz's last-ditch effort is for him to absorb the whole fuzzy ooze himself and to crash into the planet in order to bring the return of the mammals. Agent 3 will be given control of the vacuum on Octavio's ship. We will have to be careful since Mr. Grizz will be sending fuzzy minions in to stop us. Dodge floating furballs, get rid of the minions, and not to mention the time constraint of beating Mr. Grizz within 3 minutes and 33 seconds.
Okay.
Fail and the Earth will become a furball. The final act will be to take the fuzzy ooze energy and fire it back at Mr. Grizz. Beat him in time and he will admit defeat while also exploding from the rocket. Small Fry will turn small again and Octavio will bring Agent 3 back to Earth. Back to the title screen with the great Zapfish back where it belongs. Starting the game will lead to an Anarchy Splatcast delivering the news of the great Zapfish's return and the new song of the Squid sisters. Credits roll and you'll receive a replica of the hero outfit, the weapon, and the group photo for your locker. And that's it.
The secret kettle, huh?
And this is why you want to complete all island missions. Doing so will unlock a secret kettle that will take all the skills that you learned throughout the game and test the absolute limits of them. Going through the obstacles of enemies, quick reactions, and aiming skills, it will all lead to a final gauntlet against fuzzy octolings. Beat them and you beat the mission. This will also reveal a hidden log about how Grizz came up with such a scheme. You will also be rewarded with the title Alternin World Champ, and that's it.
And you probably think that's it for the video, but no, I am actually going to dig deeper into this game.
As you play multiplayer, you will be able to unlock multiple features to show off your own personality and style, and one way you do this is with your very own locker. Here is where you can place knickknacks that you have acquired either through the store or the campaign to decorate for other players to see. You will also have your very own gamer tag that you can decorate with different colorful banners, badges, and whatever silly title you prefer. You can use this shell-out machine in order to get stuff like this. Splatana user, please! You can find a locker room in the main lobby for multiplayer. Just head to the right if you wish to decorate your own locker, as well as see the personalities of other players' lockers. The lobby has changed since Splatoon 1 and 2. Before you just queued up for game mode and waited till there was a full lobby of 8 other players. Now you can queue for a game and play around in this lobby while you wait.
The multiplayer modes available are Regular Battles, Anarchy Battle Series, and Anarchy Battle Open. Regular battles are your all-time classic turf war games, where 2 teams of 4 try to dominate the battlefield by painting the map with their ink color, which creates some fun tug-of-war style competition. The series mode is basically like the actual rank play mode. Price of your rank points, you will have to play 5 games in order to earn huge amounts of points. However, just like baseball, 3 losses, then you're out. You'll still get points, just not as much as you would want. The Open Series is basically the more casual mode of Anarchy Battles, allowing you to still play whatever game mode is available along with earning or losing minuscule amounts of points for playing. The modes available to play on Anarchy Battles are Clam Blitz, Tower Control, Rainmaker, and Splat Zones. In Clam Blitz, both teams will have to gather clams to score in their opponent's goals. But first, the goals need to be broken by gathering 8 clams and turning it into a football, then throwing it into the goal. This is the time to take your clams and score points, or take away points. I feel like this is the opposite of what sports does. Either take away all the points or have more points than the enemy team to win. In Tower Control, you take this tower and escort it to the end of the map. Whichever team makes the most progress or reaches the end goal wins. In Rainmaker, you capture the Rainmaker and take it to the checkpoints or to the end goal. The Rainmaker will be held in a bubble that you need to splat in order to capture the Rainmaker. Nominate ink will then explode that color, so be sure to get out of the splash zone. Whichever team who makes the most progress or makes it to the final checkpoint wins. And finally, Splat Zones. Cover specific zones with your ink, and whichever team that gains the most points or gains the max points wins.
Other game modes available to the player are the Tableturf battles and Salmon Run game mode with Grisco, which salmon runs are basically a 3-wave survival mode against salmonids.
Wait, Grisco, what the
Tableturf battle is like a trading card game but in the setting of Splatoon, taking your cards against other NPCs. However, they did add an online feature allowing matches against other players. Just like Turf Wars, but with cards, you cover the most map to win. You can unlock maps by playing against the NPCs, and that is as far as my knowledge of this game mode goes.
Each card will have a specific amount of tiles, and will have their own unique shape. You can only place a card as long as the 2 shapes are touching and if you have space. Every card will also have 1 unique colored tile. And the reason for these unique tiles is to give the player power points. In order to obtain these points, the colored tile needs to be covered all the way around. And activating the points allows you to place cards on the map even if the map is already covered by the opponent's cards. Using these points just right can completely change the tides of war.
The Salmon Run is played as a part-time job in the game where you and 3 other players survive against an endless barrage of salmonids with 4 predetermined weapons.
Your objective is to gather golden eggs, and you'll need to splat special salmonids to obtain these eggs, because Mr. Grizz will be requesting a certain amount of golden eggs per wave. Failing to meet the quota in time, or if the whole team was splatted, will result in a game over. There will be a boss meter that will constantly fill up every time you take on a Salmon Run job. Once the meter is full, if you take on a job and survive all 3 rounds, there will be an extra wave against a boss salmonid. If you lose, don't worry, the first 3 waves are important to Mr. Grizz. But if you successfully beat a boss salmonid, then you will be rewarded. I don't know. I mean, Totem doesn't have footage of that, and
I'm sorry, it's hard. You try it then.
Stages for these games will always change every hour.
Or was it 2 hours?
2 hours.
all game modes will always have a total of 2 stages available to play on. As for Anarchy Battles, not only will their stages change, but their game modes will rotate. So you will have a chance to play all available modes. Salmon Run is different where it only has 1 map. The map and the 4 weapons are rotated daily. that's everything, right, Totem?
Nope, not quite yet, because now it is time to talk about the biggest events in Splatoon. Time to talk about Splatfests.
Splatfests are a staple of Splatoon since the Wii U. In both Splatoon 1 and 2, players are offered 2 choices. They then select these choices and play turf wars in order to gain clout for their team. In the end, they tally up the points, and whichever team earns the most points wins. And you will be rewarded these Super Sea Snails to upgrade your gear. However, as I said in the past videos, I never played the Splatfests of Splatoon 1 or 2. Only Splatoon 3. So no, you will earn Super Sea Snails depending on a player's participation and team rank. There are more variables that apply to the final score of the Splatfest, such as conches, which are earned by leveling up your catalog during this event. But not only that, there will also be pearls, which is earned by playing the Splatfest battles, specifically battles that have a multiplier of 10. Splatfest battles are just turf wars, but just against specific teams. There will be an open series and a pro series to choose from to gain clout. In the open series, you will get clout regardless of victory or defeat. Pro series just means you only get clout when you win. However, what is introduced to Splatoon 3 was a 3-choice Splatfest, which makes it fun to play against others to show your team's dominance. And halfway through the event, an exclusive game mode will become available, the Tricolor Battles. This is the game mode where the 3 teams will fight in a 2v4v2 turf battle.
Can I finally do my part and explain?
Sorry.
There will be an attacking team and a defending team. The attacking teams are 2 teams of 2 who will need to form an alliance in order to overpower the defending team. But that doesn't mean they can't attack each other. The attacking teams will be after the ultra signals that will help ink the area of the team that had secured it, while the defending team will need to prevent the attacking teams from using the ultra signals. There is a total of 2 signals for the attacking teams to get, and all 3 teams still need to ink the map in order to win. However, getting the signals definitely help in dominating the map. If the defending team knows what they are doing, getting 1 signal does not always mean a guaranteed victory for the attacking team. Also, the attacking teams will be considered victors as long as one of the 2 teams overtake the defending team.
Before ending this video, one of the things I would like to talk about are the wave of DLCs that Nintendo had announced. The first wave available is just an old revamped hub world, Inkantation Plaza of Splatoon 1. This just has all the stores from the original Splatoon as well as added stores and modes introduced in Splatoon 3. Also, you can still spot the Squid Sisters. And during the Splatfest, you can watch the Squid Sisters perform, but you don't get Inkantation news or see Callie and Mary host anything. And the second wave is still to come as of writing this script, but it seems to involve Inkantation Square of Splatoon 2, and if you watch and slow down the Nintendo Direct of the second wave, it's just concept art, but there is also the fact that Pearl of Off the Hook is front first in one of these art. In fact, as of writing this script, there was another Nintendo Direct that showed off the Side Order expansion pack even more.
Can't wait for that to finally come out. But hey, maybe we can get a Side Order expansion journey through video once it's released, huh? And is there anything else to say about Splatoon 3? Yes. Honestly, I talked a lot about what you can do in Splatoon 3 and what to expect, but I know that there's still more to talk about. It's just, 1, the script is getting a bit too long, and 2, there are still game modes stuck behind requirements that I haven't reached yet. And yet, as somebody who has missed out on all of Splatoon 1 and the majority of Splatoon 2, playing Splatoon 3 has been nothing but fun. Even if I turn into a try-hard sweatlord or rage against 10-year-olds, this game has been nothing but a blast to play. Winning a game is great, obviously, and, you know, losing isn't too bad. I mean, heck, compared to the other games, the music is always upbeat. However, I will have to be looking at the opposing team who probably made me sweat and mauled like a mother. And you know, since Splatoon 1, I never really talked about the music. And so, you know what, I'll talk about it now. The music from Splatoon 1, Splatoon 2, what was brought in from the Octo expansion, to now, the good majority of the music has been nothing but a joy to listen to. Anyways, that's all for me, and if anybody asks if this game is worth buying, my answer will always be yes. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button. If you have something to say, don't forget to leave a smile in the comments below, and hit that subscribe button, turn on that notifications to see when I post the next journey through video. And I'll see you guys next time.
From Deep Cut, that's a wrap. Catch you later.
Ugh.
Stretch.
Ugh.